We're now moving on to Maharashtra. Enforcement Directorate heat is now on former Home Minister of the state, Anil Deshmukh. This in an alleged extortion case. The investigation agency has summoned Deshmukh to questioning, which may begin any moment now. We'll be tracking the latest visuals there from Mumbai. This comes after ED's late-night arrest of Deshmukh's personal secretary, Sanjeev Palande, and his personal assistant, Kundan Shinde, in connection with the alleged extortion scam. Now, the two are going to be produced in the special PMLA court today. The Central Probe Agency conducting searches already at different residences of the former Home Minister, that in Nagpur and Mumbai. Now, sources are telling India Today that Enforcement Directorate officials found a money trail of 4 crore rupees that was extorted from around a dozen bar owners and was collected by dismissed Mumbai cop Sachin Vaze. So there's definitely a chain trail there going on for extortion. Learned that money was then diverted to Deshmukh through some shell companies owned by Deshmukh's close relatives. Earlier in March, former Mumbai Police Commissioner Parambir Singh levelled corruption charges against Deshmukh. Even writing a letter to Chief Minister Uddhav, he alleged that the former Minister Deshmukh had ordered former Assistant Police Officer Sachin Vaze to collect 100 crore rupees every month from bars and restaurants.
वादे वसूली गैंग मामले में वादे के 100 करोड़ के कलेक्शन में संजीव पालांडे और कुंदन शिंदे ये अनिल देशमुख की सहायता करते थे, मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग में इन्वॉल्व हुए। इसके कारण दोनों की कल देर रात गिरफ्तारी हुई। मुझे विश्वास है आने वाले कुछ दिनों में अनिल देशमुख भी गिरफ्तार होंगे।
अभी कल हमने देखा है कि उनके घर पर, उनके कार्यालय पर जो रेड्स हुए हैं, उनको जो एक निराशा विफलता से आई है, सरकार नहीं बना पाई। तो पवार साहब का जो कहना है वो सही है। महाराष्ट्र की जांच एजेंसी भी बहुत अच्छी तरह से काम कर सकती है, आपको मालूम है, किया भी। लेकिन शिवसेना के मंत्री हो, शिवसेना के विधायक हो, एनसीपी या कांग्रेस के विधायक हो, सबको इस प्रकार से लपेटने का काम चल रहा है, लेकिन हम भी देखेंगे।
So let me now bring you up to speed with the chronology of events about why is this a significant matter. What happened? It was basically last year. In 2020, on March 20th, Parambir accusing Deshmukh, the former minister, of running an extortion racket. Now, Parambir, remember, a top cop, alleging that against a former politician, former home minister. Parambir then files a PIL, seeking a CBI investigation against Anil Deshmukh. So this is a senior top cop stating that the minister is basically asking others to extort money from across Mumbai. Maharashtra government forms a panel then to investigate these very serious and significant charges by a top cop. Bombay High Court even orders a CBI on April 5 in 2021. It's been a year since then, to finish investigation in the next 15 days. And then in April 5, Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh, because of course, the serious charges against him now escalating, decides to put forth his resignation. On April 8, 2021, the Supreme Court rejecting Deshmukh's plea against the order. So while this has been happening for the past few months, it was finally in April 14 that the CBI questions Anil Deshmukh, summons him for about 7 hours. And now that is proceeding. On April 24, CBI raids Deshmukh and files a first information report as well. What are the charges against him? 11th May, the ED registers money laundering case against former Home Minister of Maharashtra, Anil Deshmukh. Just a few days later, ED raids Deshmukh's residences in Mumbai and Nagpur, which has been happening today morning as well. ED has arrested Deshmukh's 2 close aides, a personal assistant and a secretary. Both of them are going to be produced in the court as well. So remember, it's not just about the chronology, it's about the people involved in it. A top cop of Mumbai police and also a former Home Minister. Pankaj Upadhyay now is joining me from Mumbai. Let's hear him from him about what does he have to say. What is the information that you have, Pankaj, about a former top cop alleges, the court takes cognizance of it, and then the former Home Minister is now facing these raids. Where are you? I can see some action behind you, Pankaj.
Yes, Pooja, we are right outside the Enforcement Directorate headquarters. Let me show the viewers what's happening on ground zero. There is now increased presence of the Mumbai police here, an indicator that perhaps the former Home Minister of Maharashtra, Anil Deshmukh, could be arriving here anytime. Now, we've noticed some movement from his residence in the Malabar Hill area, but we are still not confirming whether Anil Deshmukh was in that car or not. But yes, there has been some movement from his residence in Malabar Hill. As we all know, that Enforcement Directorate has summoned the former Home Minister of Maharashtra and senior NCP leader Anil Deshmukh to present himself in front of the officials for questioning. Now, the Enforcement Directorate is probing the corruption charges that have been leveled against him, especially by former Mumbai top cop Parambir Singh, who essentially had leveled allegations that in the seat of power, Anil Deshmukh had used the services of some Mumbai cops to extort money. So corruption charges have been leveled against him. As we all know, yesterday itself, at many places, not just in Mumbai, but in Nagpur as well, the Enforcement Directorate had raided Anil Deshmukh's premises.
And how serious also are these charges, Pankaj? I'm sure that from the top telling the ones at the bottom of the police force and otherwise to go extort money from restaurants. We'll wait and watch what precisely are further details in it. Is there really a chain trail of extortion of money from bars, restaurants and such assemblies there in Maharashtra? Pankaj Upadhyay is on location. I'll come back to you.